Hey guys, it's Jason here from Deadbolt Custom Works again. After the massive response I had to my Paintball VR video that came out about a month ago, I'm just here to show you what work I've been doing on it. I've been going pretty hard, to be honest. I've been chucking in more than your normal work week into this, so probably 60-70 hours a week. Obviously I'm still learning stuff, so you know, haven't made heaps of progress, but it's actually looking pretty cool. So just going to go straight in and show you some of the first features we got. Jump into play. Firstly, it just looks way better. What I've done is redone all the bunker assets. They're all to scale now, pretty much. I've also redone the gun model. So these are all separate pieces now. The last one was all just one. So now once I get there, we can change equipment. We'll be able to change tanks, barrels, loaders separately, and come up with whatever combination you like. Also, you know, this is all still the same, but if you rock over here, things are just looking a bit more real. You get that inflated feel. Again, giant brick I can't see over. But yeah, that's the first major thing. Obviously all the environment just looks a bit more clean as well. We've got some tents over there and some fencing up, and you know, the general area just feels a bit better. So that is the first thing. Aesthetically, I reckon it looks pretty good. If you look up here, return to menu, you shoot that, so that's how you get back to your main screen. First thing, field editor. So I'm pretty pleased with this. It took me quite a while. You just go along the top here, you see you got the bunker option and target option. So you take any of these, drag them on the field, makes a mirror. You can rotate them, you can move them around. If you drop it into the middle, it'll snap and delete it, and it'll just be one. So then you can get your central bunker sorted. Also targets, you know, these you can pick up. These are about a foot difference every one. Sorry for the Americans that still use an imperial. This is in metric. So you can just drag on bunkers, targets to wherever you like, and then jump back out. And there you go. They're just different heights around. You can put them wherever you like. You can work on different skills if you want to. Chuck them down the tape or whatever. Give you something to snap at. So also with that field editor, I've added in a load and save option. So if we come to here, so clear, we can clear all the targets if we don't want to use those anymore. Clear all the bunkers off if you want to start again. You can also load a whole bunch of different maps, different layouts, and if you want, you can create your own, save your own. It'll save your targets. There's a few little things I want to work out in there, but it's looking pretty good. So yeah, it's fully functional. Say you get a field layout on a weekend and you're playing next weekend, but you don't have the time to train on it. You can build the field in the field editor, go out, look at it in VR. You can actually do a walk around with pretty accurate scaling in terms of like what lanes you'll be able to see, what you'll be able to look at from each different bunker. So I reckon that's going to be really cool. So also we've built in a bunch of game preferences. As you see here, we've got rate of fire mode and rate of fire options. So you can scroll through here, pick whatever you like. You know, cap semi, which will be good for the paintball gun hardware once it's all sorted out. Ramp's really important for the controller side of things, so obviously that's sorted. We've got a paint color option here. That's just a placeholder, but I have got about 15 different colors of shell that we'll be able to use. Just a nice aesthetic thing. Paint break percentage is something that I haven't quite implemented yet, but it's there. It won't be hard to do. Essentially, that'll give you the chance to wind the quality down, which will give you more bounces. So if you want to start looking at some kind of bounce shots, that actually might be helpful. We'll see how it goes, but I think it's a pretty cool option. Also, you've got an unlimited paint option, so if you don't really want to keep pushing the reload button, if you're just doing laning off the start and want to go for a while, that option's there. Also in here you've got controller setup. There were some comments last time about being able to use it with a controller. That's all set up now. I have got some plans for 3D printing some stuff to drop this into to make it feel a bit more real, so that's cool. But basically what we got here is default settings, controller settings, customizable ones. So if you decide you want to tilt the angle of your gun up a little bit because it doesn't feel quite right, you can do that. Move it forward and back, get your pivot point about right. And if you screw it up, reset to default. Also got the tracker option as well, so depending on what you're using, you can do either one. These actually save when you drop out of the menu as well, so you can come back in and it saves your preset every time you leave that menu. Alright, so a couple of things from last time. There were comments. One was being controller. There was also a comment about not having any trajectory on the paint. It's kind of a bit hard to see, but these do actually drop. They are currently set to about 290 foot per second. These will be able to change later on. Probably be able to wind it down 10, up 10, or something like that. But again, pretty easy thing to add in, so we'll get there if people want it. Yeah, so we've seen the fire modes, audio updates. Yeah, the field editor is probably the main thing. I think it's pretty awesome. You can see where you've been shooting as well. You want to change your layout. Just bring it over there, spin it, whatever. I've also some other stuff. Just been doing script optimization and making stuff just look better, perform better. It's kind of not that you can see it on screen, but it does make the whole thing work a bit better. All right, next up. So this, as far as I'm concerned, this is getting pretty close to being. Oh god, I'm on the wall. Getting pretty close to being usable. It's still definitely in an alpha stage, but I think it's not crashing and it's quite useful. So I'll probably try and release this quite soon. For anyone out there with a Vive, you should be able to grab this once I figure out how to actually get it out there. So that's cool. Next stage from there is working on the hardware. So this still exists, still works great. One thing I have noticed with it is, as I was going for realism and a training kind of simulator to start with, this tracker mount and tracker don't quite feel right. They don't feel heavy enough to get your snap. So what I'm working on now is a redesigned mount that will actually attach to loaders. So I've got a rotor 1, rotor 2 and a spire that I'm going to be working with shortly, trying to make it integrate into those. And I also have a couple of extra guns that I can play with in terms of getting the wiring from the trigger through to the tracker. So that's all coming up. I've got a 3D printer on the way, but it's still a couple of weeks away due to this crazy thing that's going on at the moment. So once that turns up, I can do some prototyping and get it out there, hopefully fast. We'll see how we go. I also have to learn CAD again as well, so there's lots of stuff I've learned along the way. One more thing, what's it going to hurt? Yeah, so I'd just like to say massive thanks to Planet Eclipse and Dye as well. I've been in touch with them. They're some of my sponsors from way back. They've offered to look into helping me, so just huge thanks to them. The general paintball community, you guys have been awesome. I've had heaps of support, offers of support for like building websites and doing marketing and helping with code and all that kind of stuff, so just awesome. Thanks guys, this is helping bring this whole thing to fruition a lot faster. Last thing for me is, if you guys have loaders and markers and stuff that you want to use in the virtual world in particular, get onto those reps of yours, your sales reps or your local shops. Get them to talk to manufacturers and get them to talk to me. I can't afford to go out and buy every gun and make something for every gun, but it would be cool to give the option to as many people as possible. So share this up, and if you want your gun to be available, we'll see what we can do. Talking to the right people, it's always nice to ask the question, something might come out of it. Yeah, so there we go. That's where the Deadbolt Custom Works VR Paintball thing is at the moment. We're looking like it's hopefully going to be released soon, so stay tuned, and then hardware coming soon, and then you'll all be able to get your virtual paintball fix at home. So cheers, stay safe, and yeah, see you next time.